Bad bitches like me, it's hard to come by the patrol. Oh, let's go ahead on. 2, 3. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It is your boy Tarek, and I'm back today with another Love is Blind review. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on, so every time I upload, you guys are notified. As you already know, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so be sure to join the family. I have a bit more energy for you. I have a bit more energy today. So hopefully, I look back at the video yesterday. It looked like I was falling asleep because, guys, I was genuinely tired. And I was actually feeling that same way while watching it. But I had to wake myself up. I had to do a little dance. I had to do a little shimmy, 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 shake, shake, shake. Sometimes you have to just wake yourself up because it's like, how, like, I understand, like, I'm doing a lot, but come on, Tarek. Anyway, let's just get straight into this. So the conversation between Ashley and Billy continues from yesterday's episode 1. And Billy basically told her how he's dated cabin crew before and that it didn't work out. I believe sometimes in this life, you can't let your past traumas come into play within your present and your future. Just because it didn't work out with this person doesn't mean... just because it didn't work out with said individual doesn't mean it's not going to work out with the person you're currently speaking to. Remember, they may have the same job role, but everybody's different. Just because this person didn't know how to manage their time doesn't mean that the person that you're speaking to won't make the time to try and manage for your marriage. I'm just saying. Ashley says that she gets butterflies from Billy and not the other guys. So we're moving pretty quickly. I gathered in this episode alone that the couples are moving very quick, guys. I don't know. For me personally, the American Love is Blind, it took a bit longer for the people that were talking to find connections, get down on one knee and propose. But I noticed in this one episode, guys, we're only on episode 2 and people are already proposing. I'm like, what in the Eliante is going on? People are already proposing. Does this normally happen on the UK? Like I said, this is my first season watching Love is Blind UK. Does this normally happen on the UK one? Like, people are proposing on episode 2. Anyway, she also says how she can see a future with Billy that can work. Billy says the more that they talk is the more that he can see that this could work out for him. And Ashley says that she's really falling for Billy. Then we get to Cal and Sarova. Cal just wants to get 110% clarification that me being from Pakistan and you being from India, that there's going to be no sort of conflict there. Because obviously the historical battle between India and Pakistan is, I feel like till this day, in fact, you know what, let me keep quiet and let me not speak on things that I'm not too familiar with. I'll let people who are from India or who are from Pakistan, if you are watching my videos, just drop in the comment section below either if it's an ongoing feud still or like what kind of caused it. It'll be interesting to know because it's also good to learn these things as well, you know. But Cal also just wants to confirm, like, it wouldn't be a problem with me being mixed race, right? Like, for your parents. And Sareva was basically explaining, like, how her parents basically apologized to her for trying to apply this pressure onto her where she has to be with an Indian man. Because in the Indian culture, this I can say because from, like, Indian friends I've had in the past and, you know, being around a lot of Indians, they mainly date their own. They mainly stick with their own. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying by what I've seen, they mainly stick with their own. I don't really see Indian guys dating black girls or or Indian women dating, like, for example, white guy. I don't say they stick with it with their own. It's very rare for me that you would see, you know, the traditional Indian dating. It's rare. It's very, very rare. And if you do see it, it's because probably the parents are more westernized and they don't really follow the culture too tough. I'm literally, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the older generations, and if they're very traditional, sorry, but you're not gonna be dating anyone outside of the Indian culture. It's just like I said, I have work colleagues who are also Indian, and I asked them, oh, when you wasn't married, like, do you have a type? I used to ask these questions, I was just curious. They said no, they'll just date an Indian girl. or they'll get married to an Indian girl. There was no kind of white, black. It was strictly Indian. And yeah, so I understand what she's saying about the pressure but then as she probably got older and her parents because sometimes it takes parents to also adapt as well. Because my dad used to be the same. Not for like marriage and stuff, for other things, which I'm not going to get into in this video. This is not the video for it. But as you know, you get older, the world changes. You change with the world as well. Your mind changes with the world, which is a good thing. You shouldn't be stuck in your old ways. You should adapt as the world adapts. And that's what I think her parents had done. And they actually ended up apologizing to her for putting so much pressure onto her. And they're telling her, you need to be more open. Be open. Explore the white guys. Explore the black guys. Explore the Eastern Europeans. Explore whoever you want to explore. Whoever you find attractive, talk to them. Get to know them. But obviously, this experience has helped. Like, it's helping her get under that surface of the personality more than just the looks. Then we have Javen. You see, the thing is, the guy said his name and I'm probably still saying it wrong. Javen and Katisha. And Javen used to play for Crystal Palace. I did cover this in my first impressions. He played professional football for Crystal Palace, but then suffered a serious knee injury. And you do know, like, from some injuries, once you suffer some injuries, that's it for your, whether it's your basketball career, football career, NFL career, that's it. Depending on the type of injury, that is it. Katisha is quite gentle with her heart. She said that her ex was in face full a lot of the time. I don't know what that means. I'll be sorry, I wrote it down, but I don't quite understand what that means. And Katisha is the oldest sibling of 7. I'm not surprised because my grandmother and her siblings, she's 1 out of 9, so yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Then we get Demela and Katisha. Demela says that he doesn't date much. I feel like now, in this day and age, like, the dating pool is trash. Dating as a whole is just, like I said, the apps that I have on my phone, well, the app that I have on my phone is for decoration. I ain't even on it like that. Like, maybe I might go on, swipe 2-3 times and then that's it. But even if I match with someone, it's like, okay, cool, I matched with you. There's no conversation happening because I'm not on the app. This is why people be asking me for my WhatsApp. This is why people be asking me for my Snap, my Insta. Because I promise you, I'm not on the app. Is there for decoration. I feel like dating in this day and age right now is just, it's long. It's treacherous out there in them streets, man. It is actually treacherous out there in the streets. Demela says that he doesn't want to settle. He doesn't want to settle. He actually wants to find a lifelong partner that he could spend the rest of his life with. Javen asks, if you're talking to someone, are you really going to put all your eggs... if you're talking to someone you really like, are you really going to put all your eggs into one basket? I can answer this. I can answer this one personally. No. And I'm going to explain to you lot why, because I'm a firm believer, and I actually got this from my dad. When you say no or yes, mainly no, because most of the time when you tell someone no, they want to know your reasoning. I believe in giving a reason. I do personally. Obviously, when you're a child, your parents don't owe you a reason, and they don't have to. If your parents are telling you no, if you're a child and your parents are telling you no, no means no. Don't ask me no other question. You'll be lucky to get an explanation. But I believe in giving that explanation so that people understand why you're saying no, and it's not just a no. There's a reason why I'm telling you no. But to answer this one, I don't care how much I like you. Until that conversation is had where it's like, okay, I don't want to talk to anybody else no more. Okay, cool. That's when it's like, okay, cool, tunnel vision for you. Until that conversation's had, I'm so sorry. Like I said, the streets are treacherous out there, and men are irritating. Men are just so irritating. Men are annoying. They're irritating. Yeah, men are just annoying. So it's yeah. Anyway. Ashley and Billy end up having a conversation, and they are both dancing in their pods. Ashley gave Billy a thimble. I've never heard of those before. Ashley says that Billy has taken her heart and she is excited for their future together. Billy said the first thing he's going to do when he sees Ashley is say that he loves her. I want to talk about this because forget the filming process for a minute. I'm seeing it as episode 2. This is only episode 2. Guys, the Americans, I have to say, the American people, Love is Blind people, they weren't even telling people they love. I don't. From what I recall, I don't remember hearing the words "I love you." I don't remember hearing those words at all from any couple. From the top of my knowledge, please correct me if I'm wrong. But to be saying "I love you" early on in this stage, you sure it's love? Like, are you sure it's love? Like, we have to really ask ourselves: are you sure it's love and not lust? Because the two are very similar. The two can get misconstrued. It even says it in the Bible. The two can get misconstrued. Lust acts as a factor to make you think you're in love, but it's not. It's like a, what do you call it? It's almost like a duplicate with just a few changes, to put it like that. So you saying you love her, me personally, I don't think they love each other. I think it's lust. It's way too early to be telling people you love them. And like I said, I'm not going by filming. I don't know how the filming process is, so I'm going by episode. Episode 1 was yesterday. It dropped. What's today? Thursday? Yeah. The season 2 dropped yesterday. We are on episode 2 today. There's no way you love each other. There's no way. I refuse to believe. I'm so sorry. And then she said it back. And I'm thinking to myself, it's not by force. Because first of all, you took some time to say it. Obviously, maybe the shock of him saying it, okay, cool, I can give that benefit of the doubt. But even when you were saying it back, you done a Dijon. Oh no, you didn't do a Dijon, you done a Meg. Sorry. You were even like, oh no, it was Dijon that stumbled saying it, wasn't it? Sorry, you're doing a Dijon. It's not by force to say it back. I promise you. If you don't feel that within your heart, that's absolutely fine. It will come. But like I said, I'm not buying the whole "I love you." Me personally, I'm not buying it. Then we get on to Kieran and Megan. Kieran is in gym wear. Kieran in gym wear. And I'll leave that at that. Megan can be insecure in a relationship about what she does because Kieran asked her what her insecurities are. Kieran's biggest fear is getting married, having kids, and then getting a divorce. I mean, that's the worst thing that could happen because vows that you take is death do us part. Well, not the vows. Death do us part. That's the whole idea of marriage. That's why me personally, I don't think I'm not even dating like that to even be considering marriage. So it's just like, Tarek, slow your roll. But I can't remember what I was gonna say. It went out of my head. It might come back. Where was I? Yeah, no, I was talking about divorces and that. Imagine like building up a family and then obviously yes, the whole idea is you're supposed to try and work for a marriage unless someone has committed adultery or the person has cheated or whatever the circumstance may be. Okay, cool, that's a different circumstance. But if you're coming and tell me, oh, you're just no longer in love or whatnot, you guys have to try and make it work. You have to try and make it work. Till death do us part, you have to try and make it work. I'm sorry, you guys stood in front of an altar and said vows to each other. You have to try and make it work. Megan says that she doesn't know her real dad. Megan was working at a bar in Brighton and a couple came in and she said that she instantly knew that was her dad. And he ended up coming back and left a card a week later that had nothing. That was nothing, basically, is what Megan was saying. Then we get to Kieran and Sophie. Kieran wants to get deep with Sophie, but she doesn't want to. Why come on the show? Because it's not only Kieran's time you're wasting my time too. They could have made this episode shorter by taking you out because you know a lot. You're no longer feeling it because men are good. What us as like, not even us as men. Like when people date in general, they want to get deep. They want to get to know you better. They want to understand you better. But then I can also understand not opening up like that because men are trifling. Men are trifling. Men are trifling. Men will hurt you. They will make you cry. They will make you all sorts of pain. And then then they will look over at you while you're in that pain and ask why you're in pain. That's what men are like. So you know what? To an extent, I understand why she's so guarded. But this is an experience. You got to become unguarded. You got to you got to affirm it. Sophie says that she wants a few designer bags before she reaches a certain age. Sophie, come, let me have a chat with you. Let me have a conversation with you. In this life, materialistic things aren't it. You don't need a designer bag. You don't need a Louis Vuitton bag. You don't need a Gucci bag. You don't need a Fendi bag. You don't need a Birkin bag. I know that this is the type of prices that she wants. And then you're going to expect poor old, let's say you get with Kieran, poor old Kieran to go and buy this stuff for you. No. So, that's that with that basically. I'll be so real. That's that with that. And then she also says as well that she likes to travel, which is that's a good thing. But the designer bags you don't need. I be wearing a fake Louis Vuitton belt because and so people. Anyway, don't mind me. Actually, I might as well say what I was gonna say. It wasn't even that deep. I wear a fake Louis Vuitton belt. And you think I'm gonna go spend however much money on the actual thing? Let's be real. Okay, cool. I need to make more sense. Guys, the tiredness is kicking in. That's why I'm not making no sense right now. Okay, cool. Boom. I have a real and I have a fake. The fake one gets worn the most because I feel like the real one only gets worn at special occasions or special events. You won't just catch me wearing the belt out like that any old day. No. Like if I go to work, no. Hell no. I wear the fake one. Because why not? You understand what I'm saying? Billy and Ashley have another conversation and she's just basically saying she cannot believe that she loves him, and Billy ends up proposing to Ashley. Like I said, season 8 of Love is Blind USA, they weren't proposing this quick. That's what I'm saying, they weren't proposing it. But everyone moves at different speeds, I guess. Everyone moves at different speeds. Patrick and Anu are having a conversation and Anu wants to only see Patrick. Patrick wouldn't want to wait until marriage, until they consolidate their relationship. I'm guessing that means what we all think it means. But he's fine to wait, he says. He's fine to wait. I don't believe he's fine to wait. Sorry. Listen, the way men be moving, I don't believe he's fine to wait. I believe he's just saying that now for the moment, but he's gonna deep you. Especially if you're not a child of God as well, you're gonna actually deep it. Like you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Patrick and Anu both have said it takes them a long time to fall in love. Then we head back over to Cal and Sarova, and Cal ends up proposing. Is it Cal? No, guys. Cal did propose to Sarova. I'm still thinking of Billy and Ashley when they actually met. No, Cal and Sarova haven't met face to face yet, but Cal did propose. My lord. Jed and Bada have a conversation. So Bada and Jed are two people I believe I didn't really see in yesterday's episode. So at least it's good to see new faces. What about Yolanda? What's happening to her screen time? I'm confused. Producers, what's happening? Bada can speak Albanian. She was brought up in a Muslim household, but she herself now isn't really religious, and they both want children. Megan is having a conversation with the women and says that her and Kieran are solid while Sophie is listening. And I can tell this girl is getting irritated. Guys, let me just wake myself up quickly because the way I was feeling yesterday, I don't know why I'm feeling like this all of a sudden. I hope that's better, but I don't feel better. Like, I'm not sick, but it's just like, oh. Anyway, then we get to Kieran and Sophie. Sophie feels that she can let her guard down a little bit with Kieran. And this is what's a little bit upsetting, and I'll get to it. So Sophie and her mum haven't spoken in years. And she's opened up a bit, which is good progress, by talking about the situation between her and her mum. And she says like the iciness, like the cold-hearted way that she comes across, like the cow that she says she comes across as, it's a front. She's not really like that. She's actually a lover girl. She's a sweet girl like her. What I think is pretty sad is she finally opens up a little bit, and then he still picks Megan, or at least didn't give her a chance to try and open up more, or give her a bit longer. But then again, watching the time, they don't really have that much time like that. Then we get to Billy and Ashley again. Billy and Ashley are seeing each other face to face. They look so cute together. And the amount of times that they were telling each other, I love each other, I love each other. You sound like Megan Deshawn, please. Enough. Ashley is over the moon. She is jumping on the chair. Demela is trying to come up with a rap. He was sitting next to Jed trying to come up with a rap. Sir, bye. Ain't no music management team or label signing you anytime soon. So please just hang up the boots. Hang them up before you even take them off. Hear what I'm telling you. Hang them up before you even take them off. Because I don't know. Please, not everyone needs to try and rap. It's actually so cringe, you know. Everyone tries to think they can rap, and I don't understand that. I really don't get it. He speaks to Katisha. She moved out to her family home at 16. She actually started working at 14, and he grew up in East London. Javen and Katisha have a conversation, and all his extended family are actually in Jamaica. So Javen says he makes the time every 2 years to try and go and see his family. Kieran and Megan have a conversation. He got her like a little Japanese gift. He's got a good vibe from her from when they first spoke. Lastly, Megan comes back and shows the girls the Japanese ornament she got from Kieran, and Sophie does not look happy. You might as well say Sophie should have just crashed out in that room. Sophie is saying that her man... Sophie's saying that's her man. Oh my gosh. Why am I so tired? Sophie's saying that's her man. And she was like, basically... Guys, my brain is frazzled. I don't know what's going on. Wake up. Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. But then it's late as well. And I'll be doing the most during the day. Where'd I go up to? I'm going to try and read this, guys. Sophie is saying that... What's the guy's name? Kieran is her man. So why is basically he giving her an ornament? And... that's actually a big statement. For you to give someone, that's a very big statement. So, I'm going to need you to pack up your stuff and evacuate, please. Guys, this has been your boy Tarek. I'm really trying to just sign off quick tonight. I'm tired. I want to go in my bed. I want to sleep. I want to have a decent night's sleep. I feel like that's what it is as well. Like, I'm not getting proper sleep, and it's like catching... Because I go to I work 9 to 5. I go to the gym. I come home. I review... It actually all catches up. Trust me, I'm grateful for everything, but guys, as you can see, I'm falling asleep. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. hit that bell notification so every time I upload a video, you guys are notified. As you know, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 3. Take care.